A big hello and welcome to all our viewers joining us for this very special one-off episode that we have lined up for you. We're broadcasting this on our One Play Sports networks across various social media platforms, and today we're going to be talking about eSports, especially e-racing. That's been gaining a fair bit of traction in the recent past. And one of the pioneers and someone who's been at the forefront of this recent trend, this traction, has been young Mohammad Ibrahim, who joins us live for this exclusive chat from Malaysia with One Play Sports. Ibrahim, how's it going? How are you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah, I'm good. I would like to say hello to the viewers and thanks for everyone watching. And I'm doing good. How about you?
Doing well. Not just the viewers, I'm pretty sure lots of fans as well. Amongst all the viewers who are watching, I'm pretty sure you have lots of fans as well. So tell me more about what you do in e-racing. Tell me a bit more about e-racing.
E-racing is basically you try to replicate what you do in real life. So it's like the same kind of weekend you have in real life, where you have a practice session, qualifying session, and you would go and race with other competitors. It's actually really similar format, and you try to replicate as many things as possible to simulate real life racing.
And you're doing this from the comforts of your home, I'm guessing, right?
Yes, yeah, you can do it anywhere you want actually.
So what does your studio look like? Do you have a proper a seat similar to the seat that Formula One, Formula Two, Formula Three drivers use? What's the setup like? You have a steering wheel. What does it look like?
Yeah, I have a wheel. I have a wheel. I have like a seat. It's not like a Formula style seat. It's more like a GT car seat, and I have basically three screens, and yeah, that's it.
Oh wow! So I'm guessing when you're in your den, when you're in the zone, no one else can disturb you, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, you're like
Lovely.
completely focused driving, and you're quite involved in it.
Lovely. So tell me, I'm very curious to know. Of course, e-racing is something that's been gaining a lot of traction in the recent past. That's something I mentioned at the start of the show. What is it about e-racing that captivates you so much? What got you involved in e-racing?
The main reason I got into e-racing was because it was, as you said, picking up lots of views and everything. But the main reason I actually got into so you can practice basically all the basics and it's quite some advanced stuff like what you can do in real life. Like you can replicate some things like tire wear and you can learn all the circuits. You can learn many things.
Understood. So you mentioned that you can use e-racing as somewhat of a learning ground to get you up to speed to learn more about the actual racing. So do you plan to pivot from e-racing to actual racing? Is that something you're already doing? Are you trying to juggle both at the same time?
Yeah, I've been doing both actually. Uh, my currently, as you know, because of the lockdown and the COVID-19, is because then we cannot do any form of real life racing because of that. So right now, I'm fully focused on e-racing. But then after once it opens up, I'm planning to do some real life racing in either in formula cars or in karting.
Understood. Have you qualified for any of the Formula series, Formula 4, Formula 3? Have you done any of those so far?
Yes, I have done a bit of Formula 4, mainly a bit of testing.
Formula 4 and testing, you mentioned.
Yeah.
Lovely. This is a question that I like asking everyone who's involved in racing. And we were speaking with Mira Erda. She was on our networks. I'm not sure if you've heard of her, but she's an extremely young, talented, prodigious talent. I think she's only 16 years old. And we were speaking with her. She's a Formula 3 driver and one of the few Indian women who's in Formula 3. And I was asking her as to what prompted her to get into racing. And she talked about the adrenaline that she experiences. And she actually called herself an adrenaline junkie. Is that how you would identify yourself as well?
No, I would not do it for the adrenaline. I would do it. I like actually pushing the car to the limit. Basically, that's what's really fun about racing. You know, to feel where the limit is and how the tire responds and how the car responds. And like basically, when the car you're pushing the car to the limit, you're like in a different world. You know, you're completely dedicated in doing that, and you're like it's really fun. You know, when you do that. When the car's on the limit and anything can go wrong anytime.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure it's the thrill of it that gives you so much joy. So when can you give me a ride? When can I be say by your side? Is that possible? And you can actually give me the thrill of your driving.
It depends what I drive actually. If I drive a single seater, only one person can sit. If I drive like a GT3 car or something, then anyone can be a passenger.
But can we modify the car in any way? So you can drive a single seater. We can attach like somewhat of a the side seat to it, and I can sit there. Or will that actually mess up the aerodynamics of the car?
No, you cannot add. It's too dangerous to add anything. But there are cars which are built as like double seaters, like someone sits behind, like that. It's a two-seater Formula car.
Understood. Understood. I was just kidding with you. Great. So tell us more about this race that's coming up on Monday. I'm pretty sure a lot of our viewers who are tuned in right now, as well as others who'll catch this on a retroactive basis, are very keen on knowing what's up on Monday, what's coming up, what can people expect.
It's going to be a really exciting race. It's going to be around Brands Hatch. So Brands Hatch is one of the most legendary circuits in the UK. It's a really tight and twisty circuit, so it's quite a nice circuit. It's good for racing. Many fast corners and many of the slow corners to enhance overtaking. So it's going to be really fun. And there are many proper good drivers. They're going to be like Rubens Barrichello is going to be there. Lando Norris might be there. And many other F1 drivers, Formula 2 drivers, and Formula 3 drivers might be there as well.
Oh, lovely. So this is the actual Rubens Barrichello who will be controlling this.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, great. And you'll be competing with some of the names that you mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll
So
be against them. Yeah.
oh, superb. So what's the criteria? Is there any age limit? Are there juniors, seniors, or can anyone participate regardless of what your age is, regardless of what your background is, as long as you have like a little bit of experience, I'm guessing.
No, there's no age limit. There's no age factor involved in it. It's mainly that you have to have a real life racing profile, and you have to just be fast in it basically, because you have to prove to the person who organizes the event that you are worthy enough to be part of it. But there's no age limit or anything like that.
Understood. And can you also explain to the viewers who'll be our first time viewers, especially, as to what the format of the race is? Is it going to be something similar to Formula One where you have, say, 50, 60, 70 odd laps around the circuit? And then I'm pretty sure there's a qualifying process as well. And after qualifying is the actual race. And then you have maybe 60 or 70 laps, which determines who the winners are going to be.
No, it's going to be actually a half an hour practice session, and then we're going to have qualifying, and then we'll be separated into three groups because there'll be 60 drivers. So there's too many cars to have on a single circuit. So we'll be divided into three groups, and then each of us will have a heat race. So then out of that, in each heat race, there'll be 20 cars. Out of the 20 cars, 10 will be eliminated. And then the top 10 go to the final, and there'll be 30 cars on the final. And the final race is around 11 laps.
Understood. And everyone is an individual racer, right? As opposed to being part of a team.
Yes, yeah, everyone's by themselves. There's no team or anything. Everyone races for themselves.
Understood. And what do you make of your prospects? You confident?
Yeah, I mean, seeing based on the previous results, hopefully.
And tell us more about the previous results. Tell us how you've been dominating the tracks and dominating the circuits.
Round one went really well. I qualified on pole, won the heat race, and won the final as well. And then the second round of Suzuka, I pulled it there, but then I had a problem at the start. So then I lost lots of positions there. So I only managed to finish sixth place. And then in Brazil, I was taken out in the final. So I could not do much about that. And then the last race last Monday, I finished sixth place again due to a penalty.
Great, lovely. Congratulations on all your success, and we wish you all the very best for this race that's coming up on Monday. Tell us how. I'm pretty sure you take it very seriously, right? So you must be spending lots of hours, even when there are no competitions going on, practicing a fair bit, training yourself. So tell me a bit more about a day in the life of Mohammad Ibrahim. How do you spend your day from start to finish, or how do you spend your night? Because I'm guessing there are lots of people in esports. I'm not sure if this is the case with eRacing, who are complete owls. So they stay up all night and they typically sleep during the day. So tell us more about what your schedule looks like.
I It's pretty normal actually. Like I don't do that kind of. I see my day is the night and the night is the day. I don't do that. I basically get up around at 8 9 o'clock. 8 o'clock I get up, and then I do the normal routine, and then I play roughly 3 hour stints. So I play 3 hours and I leave a 2 hour gap, and then again the 3 hour, like somewhat like that.
Understood, understood. And talk to us, maybe 10 years back or 15 years back, if someone could actually make a career by playing sports, I probably would have laughed at you. But now you see these millionaires who are into racing, who are into esports, e-racing, right? So talk to us more about career prospects as a gamer, as someone who's in e-racing, esports.
Actually, gaming right now can really is like it's really taking off, as you all know that game any form of gaming right now is taking off. So it's quite easy right now to actually make a career as especially in e-racing. It's why it's so why it's so big in e-racing because manufacturers are getting into it and they are trying to support these kind of races. Like especially Porsche is quite deep into e-racing right now, so they're trying to pick out drivers who they can put in the real life cars, and there are many championships like that. So it's quite if you spend the time and show the and you put the dedication through, you can actually make a career out of it.
Fantastic. Maybe the next chapter in my professional life. Who knows? And if that ends up happening, I'll definitely take a leaf out of your book and perhaps ask you to train me.
Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. Look, this was lovely. This was short yet very punchy. Appreciate you sharing your insights. Appreciate you talking more about the race that's coming up. One final message from you. I'm pretty sure there are lots of viewers who are fans of you, fans of e-racing. Anything that you would like to convey to them for before this upcoming Monday?
I would like to say thanks for watching, and if you want to have a career in esports and in anything like that, you just have to spend the time and really do what you like doing or really do what you love doing, and anything is possible basically.
Fantastic. And what time is the race on Monday?
It's at 12:30 BST, so that's UK British time. So the time it'll be in Malaysia. It'll be roughly it'll be 12:30 a.m. in Malaysia. So that it's around that time.
Lovely. So that's as Mohammed Ibrahim mentioned. That's the time when the race is going to be taking place on Monday. Ibrahim, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you talking more about your life and times with us. It was lovely having you on our One Play Sports Networks. Brilliant debut. I give you full marks for your debut on our One Play Sports Networks, and hopefully this is the first of many more conversations that we happen to have with you on our One Play Sports Networks. To our viewers who are watching currently, One Play Sports is going really big on not just e-racing but esports in general. We of course have lots of football FIFA tournaments that have been going on for the past month, couple of months, 3 months. So hopefully you have been catching those on our pages. If you haven't, then definitely check out the archive section of our pages such that you can look at some of the esports content that we've put up on our pages, and a lot more to come, a lot more to look forward to. And in case you want to be at the forefront of all the action in terms of viewing all of this content, then please do make sure to subscribe to all our platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, we're on Hello, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, and perhaps a couple of others that are forgotten as well, such that you're notified every single time we go live with esports action, with other action, and every single time we have these live shows where we actually bring a personality on board and have a one-on-one or a group discussion with that personality or that group of personalities. So thank you so much for joining us for this very short one-off episode with Mohammed Ibrahim. And as Ibrahim mentioned, don't forget to watch the race that we have coming up on Monday, 12:30 p.m. British Standard Time. Until next time, have a good night and cheers.